Hello, good people. This is your girl Jacqueline Jambi, aka Daughter of God. Like I said, I'm happy to be here after 50 days. Look at the last video I did. I said where I was going, so I thank God to be here. But today we're gonna talk. How are you talking to yourself? Do you say I'm good? I am enough? I'm valuable? I am loved? I'm accepted? I'm favored? I'm healthy? How do you really talk to yourself? So there are people who are in a pity party. Oh, I don't know what happened to me, before Corona, yani BC, before Corona, after Corona, Yeah, but I want to remind you today that you can tell yourself the nicest things in the world. You can also believe in God, our Father, who binds up the brokenhearted and heals the wound. Remember, I've also talked about forgiveness. So, for you to be whole, for you to be having a smile on your face, for you to be moving on in the tough times that we are in, then watch how you talk to yourself. And I ask myself, where exactly are you? Do you pause and look at where you are? Like, is that place building you or destroying you? Are you relevant or irrelevant? Yeah, there's need to sometimes stop by and, look at yourself. Are you the self-centered person who is impossible? Are you the one person who is in a one-sided relationship or friendship or a marriage or, colleague? You start have to look at yourself first before you look at others. So if you're the one who is all those things, kindly stop. But if you're in a space where there is all these things, then you need to start with yourself and reach out to the others. However, there's the problem of victim mentality. You thinking that you're always the victim, and that comes in the form of even blaming others for all the bad things, everything, good and bad. It's never taking responsible for yourself. Remember, I'm not talking about the harshness, the government. I'm just talking to you about, because I believe this space is for making each one of us better, starting with myself. So in a very dysfunctional world, and actually there are various infections that are ongoing, including mpox, there's verbal abuse, there's economical abuse, social abuse, violence, harassment. You need to come back to your space and yourself. Kujishukuru, thanking yourself, kujipigia sherehe. You don't have to do party for others. Do a party for yourself. Kujishangilia, celebrate yourself. Kujipigia makofi, clap for yourself and say, hey, baby girl, you did it well this time round. So yes, I understand that where you are is supposed to be satisfying, encouraging. There's a place, a safe space where you can be vulnerable. But if that is not available, then you got to look at yourself. And at times it comes to what people call wilderness or fiery furnace, But what do you do when you're there? Trust in the faithfulness of God. Fiery furnace calls for trusting in the faithfulness of God. So the trials that come to our way, they're not always to destroy us, but they come to build us. They are testing your faith. So has your faith been tested recently? Have you come to a place where you can believe God fully? So allow me to bring the word of God here and quote Hosea chapter 6 verse 1 to 2. And it calls us to give in godly presence, to return to God the way we are, destroyed. What God had angered, was in anger, angry. The wrath of God was upon his people. But they said, let's return to God. So if you're in these spaces, the first thing, and you don't know what to do, is to return to God and dwell in his presence daily. And just like John 15, which is among my very best Bible verse, abide in me and I'll abide in you. Dwell in me and I'll dwell in you, and you'll bear the right fruits. So before I go, let me just mention about psychological safety. In very official spaces, they say, psychological safety, you are entitled to your opinion. Nobody should judge you or ridicule. But sometimes we find ourselves, even here on social media, being reprimanded, being ridiculed for an opinion, even for a video like this. However, you have to start by first giving psychological safety. Don't be the judge, don't be the one who, is very selfish. Give unconditional love. Like, allow people to be themselves and also be yourself. Celebrate yourself. Jipigie makofi. So it's a weekend here. That's where people jipigia makofi for themselves a lot. So let's make our world be a psychologically safe space. Let's have unconditional love, even in official places, with our friends, with the clique, chama. Let's be the loving people that we are. So in my video, I talked about hate, and today I talked about unconditional love, psychological safety, talking to yourself with a love. Enjoy the rest of the videos. You're a good person, and I love you.